Wow, you guys really love the series. The last video on the MiG-29 family became one of the best performing videos on this channel right away, and as a result, there were many comments telling me to cover various planes in the next episode. So, to thank you guys, I decided to run a small poll on our Discord server to see which plane of the most suggested ones you guys wanted me to cover next. By the way, if you are not in the Discord already, make sure to hop in so you don't miss things like this in the future. I'm pretty active on there, and you'll find me posting teasers, questions, polls, and updates on future videos, and even squatting up with you guys sometimes. But anyways, the people on the Discord server have voted for the Mirage 2000 family, which is what this video will be on. And now, without further ado, it's time to enjoy some croissant. The Dassault Mirage 2000 is a French 4th generation built-in fighter interceptor, specialized fighter bomber, and frontline strike variants, and later models even being considered multi-purpose as they had the ability to fulfill all these roles at once. The Mirage 2000 returns to the roots of the Mirage family, making its grandfather, the Mirage 3, proud by demonstrating itself as the angriest Dorito in the fighter arena of Europe at the time, just as Marcel Dassault intended. Except now, everyone is putting canards on their planes, so there isn't any real Doritos to compete with anymore. So, whether you're a longtime veteran of the French tree looking to expand your horizons of knowledge on the glorious Dorito, or you're one of those monkeys who bought the premium Mirage F1 last sale because the actually good planes were not on sale, then buckle up, because the Mirage 2000 is definitely one of the Doritos of all time. The Mirage 2000 is a very peculiar aircraft in its doctrine and usage in-game due to its hilarious development cycle in real life. So, a quick history lesson here. In the mid-1960s, Britain and France were supposed to work together to build a new fighter interceptor and fighter interdictor with variable geometry wings. But only 2 years later, Britain was like, "Golly, I can't stand the bloody French twats at Dassault," and were about to pull out of the project. But before they could, France went, "Oi Pierre, them stinking Bretons full of merde," and pulled out of the program first. Britain then decided to instead work with Germany and Italy on the Swingwing project, which instead of a super cool, multi-purpose, high-tech fighter interceptor interdictor, turned out to be the Panavia Tornado instead. Meanwhile, France, using what little they learned from the program before they pulled out, built the Mirage G, which is just a Mirage F1 with swing wings. It was ugly, unreliable, expensive, French, cumbersome, weak, and stupid. Of course, Dassault knew this project was probably going to fail, so in the backstage they went to their old warehouse in secret and started cooking something deviously malicious. Basically, Dassault whipped out one of their old Mirage 5s and just made it better in every way possible. While Dassault was playing with their ball sacks and other stupid prototypes, they also tried sticking cool new toys on an older Mirage airframe to make a new fighter out of it. Shortly after, they realized that all these upgrades to the Delta Wing plane made it heavier, and it's not like the Mirage 3 had a good thrust-to-weight ratio to begin with, so Dassault went to the... what the fuck, I am not pronouncing this.
Société nationale d'études et de construction de moteurs d'aviation.
SNECMA, for short, and asked them for a new engine. SNECMA then got to work on what they called the SNECMA Super Atar, a heavily upgraded version of the older SNECMA Atar from the Mirage F1. Unfortunately, the SNECMA Super Atari Entertainment System project had many problems and delays. So, I assume in typical French fashion, there was probably a revolution or something after the CEO of SNECMA said, "SNECMA balls," to the R&D team, and shortly after, SNECMA engineered the M53. As a result of the insane precision and microscopic tolerances in this engine, the M53 was one of the most reliable, forgiving, easy-to-use, powerful, serviceable, and expensive fighter jet engines at the time for its weight class. For any car guys watching this video, think of it as the 1LR GUE engine, but in a plane. And just like the 1LR in the Lexus LFA, the SNECMA M53 gave the Mirage 2000 a very distinguishable howl, setting it apart from other jet engines by sound. Unfortunately, War Thunder completely fucked up the M53's famous howl, and in-game, it instead sounds like a jammed vacuum cleaner. Anyways, this new fighter would receive a new name, and what is more original for your high-tech piece of technology than to stick the number 2000 at the end? I mean, come on, surely no one has done that on their fighter jet before. Except for the Kurnos 2000, and the Super Phantom 2000, and the Eurofighter 2000 before it was renamed into the Typhoon, and the FTC 2000. Okay, you get the point. Anyways, this new plane, the Mirage 2000, just like the average French pastry, comes in multiple different flavors and types, so let's talk about that now. Hello guys, it's your boy Donut here, and today we're learning how to fly the Mirage 2000 in 5 easy steps. Step 1, turn on auxiliary power. Step 2, start the electrical system. Step 3, flick that subscribe button into the on position. Step 4, smash that bell icon and slave it to the notifications radar. Step 5, pull that rip start cork to start your In War Thunder, the Mirage 2000 family is the current top-tier selection for French aircraft, rewarding players after they suffered with the Mirage F1 before them in the tech tree. Or worse yet, after regretting that they spent $70 on a premium Mirage F1. In War Thunder, the Angry Dorito comes in 3 flavors: nacho cheese, cool ranch, and barbecue sauce. First up, we have the Mirage 2000 CS5. This is the first and most commonly used Mirage 2000 variant in-game. The C stands for chasseur, or fighter, and the S5 designation entails that it is a later upgraded variant with the upgraded engine and the ability to use unguided ordnance. In addition to its formidable arsenal of air-to-air missiles, of course, including various models of the Matra Super 530 and the venerable Magic 1 and 2. This is a great introduction to the Mirage 2000 family for Air RB, serving as a training tool to remind you of what you learned flying the Mirage 3s previously before the F1. Or for the premium scrublords who bought the premium Mirage F1, you need to learn from scratch. You play this plane as a cracked-up Mirage 3. You have great turning performance for the first circle or two due to your delta wings and strong engine, provided that your pilot doesn't melt into a puddle due to the low crew level. The R530D, despite being a few letters before the F, is actually better due to having a different seeker. Remember when your radar missile would go for that first piece of chaff when you were flying the Mirage F1? Yeah, the 530Ds don't do that anymore. Your Magic 2s are also a force to be reckoned with, as now they have IRCCM and decent maneuverability. All in all, Mirage 2000C should be played as any delta wing. Watch your speed, and don't commit into turn fights for too long, otherwise you're gonna find yourself with no energy and multiple thirsty F-16s up your ass. Unlike most other delta wings found around this battle rating, however, the Mirage 2000 actually has advanced avionics and missiles, so it's not just a one-trick horse for the one circle. All in all, the Mirage 2000 CS5 acts as a great stepping stone to the 2 other Mirage 2000s in the family. After the CS5 in the tech tree comes the Mirage 2000-5F, the ultimate Mirage 2000 variant used by the French Air Force. This one, in real life, used the Mika missile, both in heat seeker and active radar variants, but at the time of making this video, it doesn't get those in-game yet. Probably because of 80km range, 50G thrust vectoring, unflareable, unnotchable missile with lock-on after launch and missed return capability might be a little unbalanced right now. Instead, you get what is basically the Mirage 2000 CS5, but with HMD, a better radar, more diverse missile selections, the Damocles targeting pod with thermals, and alongside it a wide selection of various laser-guided bombs, missiles, and the PGM family of TV-guided, missiles? Bombs? They're categorized as bombs, but they have a rocket motor in the back that extends their range. You know, like a missile. But the French military calls it a bomb. So now I get to make another joke about French military designations being very fucking stupid. All in all, the Mirage 2000 variant serves as the epitome of both air-to-air and air-to-ground for the French tech tree. You get the single best top-tier fighter after the F-16s and the MiG-29s, and for mixed battles, the 5F's various CAS ordnance, abundant countermeasures, great targeting pod, and 2 IRCCM missiles for self-defense puts it up there as one of, if not the best, close air support plane at top tier right now. I mean, come on. Your PGMs and AS-30L can outrange the Pantsir, and once you clear out any enemy AA you see, you could just drop waveways on people's head uncontested. Anyways, for air-to-air battles, play the Mirage 2000-5F as a more aggressive version of the CS5. Even if you can't perfectly get nose on target, you have HMD and IRCCM and High G Magic 2s to absolutely clown on any idiot that tried to one-circle with you. And if something does go wrong, you have enough thrust to walk away from any plane you face, except the F-16 and the MiG-29. And don't underestimate your BVR capability either. Carrying 2 radar missiles sounds bad at first, but so does the F-16 and the MiG-29. Also, the Super 530Ds are really underrated. Yeah, remember how everyone copes and molds on Reddit that the R27ER is the most broken thing in the game or something because it can go Mach 5? Well, people also seem to forget that the Super 530Ds are also Mach 5. So don't be afraid to fling a few radar missiles in a joust if you need to. It's so funny watching an F-16 fire his Sparrow at you in a head-on and still die, because the 530D goes so fast and pulls so many Gs that it will obliterate him before his Sparrow even thinks about looking at you. Ultimately, just play this as a more aggressive and upgraded Mirage 2000 CS5, because that's literally what it is. And if you're mentally handicapped enough to play French top-tier ground, this plane alone can carry the lineup since it's one of, if not the best, cast jet at top tier right now. The last Mirage 2000 in War Thunder I want to talk about, and probably the least used and the most underrated one, is the Mirage 2000 DR1. The D stands for dichloro-diphenyl trichloroethane or something, I don't know. In-game, this is the dedicated cast variant, supposedly, and as such, it has no radar missiles, no extensive air-to-air ordnance, no bitches, and not even an internal gun. And its cast ordnance is not even that good compared to the 2000-5F, so most people forget this one even exists. It's fat, ugly, twin-seater, lacks an internal gun, lacks radar missiles, and worst of all, it runs on Windows Vista. But at 11.3, this is a hidden gem. Allow me to elaborate. Okay, you see, you're a Mirage 2000. Okay, you're a bit heavier now because you have Esteban riding behind Pierre in the back. Plus the heavier avionics and a lot of large caliber countermeasures all crammed into the fuselage spine behind the cockpit and the extra fuel tanks. This adds a considerable amount of weight to the Mirage 2000. So your flight performance is noticeably worse than that of the other fighter variants. Now, unlike those fighter variants, you're at a considerably lower battle rating, so most of the stuff you'll face will still lose to your heavier Mirage 2000. Unless you get fully up-tiered. Then you're fucking useless because you're probably the most useless plane possible in that matchmaker. But when you don't get up-tiered, you can absolutely clown on anything and everything that you face because you have top-tier flight performance, 2 IRCCM missiles, 196 large caliber countermeasures, and to mitigate your lack of internal guns, you can take a gun pod with defas and a lot of ammo. So you're still good on that end. And God forbid you somehow get a full down tier, oh my goodness. As long as you don't extend the turn fight against the F-5C UFOs, you'll win pretty much anything you face. It's very funny. F-5Cs will try to panic flare your Magic 2s away, and they'll just fucking explode. It's the funniest shit ever. A simple down tier or up tier will decide if the 2000D is either one of the most broken planes at 11.3 or one of the most dogshit. Before we move on to modifications, I want to make an important point about the Magic 2 missile. These missiles can range from the shittiest to one of the best close-range missiles in game right now, depending on how you use them. Due to their design philosophy, many people will be confused and use them wrong. That also accounts for me. I'm an absolute fucking idiot and I used them wrong for a while before actually realizing how their IRCCM works. After that, it was just a matter of trial and error while grinding out the Mirage 2000s to actually figure out how they work. Some idiots out there will think that, hey, these are 30G missiles with IRCCM that ignores flares, so we should use them like the AIM-9Ms. This is wrong. Other idiots think that since it has a high off-bore sight seeker and the -5F gets HMD, that they will be lobbed at dumb angles or flung at close range like the R-73, which is also wrong. Let's quickly dissect why and how to actually use them. First of all, the Magic 2 has a 1.5 second fuse safety delay. That means the missile will not detonate for 1.5 seconds after launch. I repeat, the missile will not explode until 1.5 seconds have passed since it was launched. Even if the missile literally flies into the enemy plane, it will just pass through, because the proxy fuse and the warhead did not arm yet. This means you cannot shotgun the magics at close range like the R-60M or the R-73. Likewise, the missile is still very well maneuvering, due to its dual canards and destabilators. As such, it produces a lot of drag, and because of that, it's pretty bad at retaining energy. So it's not going to actually fly very far like, say, an AIM-9M or a Python 3. Rather, it barely has any range over the R-60M or the AIM-9J. So don't go around flinging these at long range and expecting them to hit. So, once you figure out that solid sweet spot where you can launch your Magic 2s and it will detonate, and it won't fall out of the sky because it ran out of energy, then you basically got yourself a bunch of free kills, directly equal to how many Magic 2s your plane can carry. It's gonna take a lot of practice, and a lot of trial and error, but once you pin it down, Holy shit, trust me, these things will kill people harder than the French government did during the French Mandate of Lebanon and Syria. Okay, scrubs, let's talk modifications now. So each of the 3 Mirage 2000s has a wildly different modifications tree, but overall, since I focus on aerialistic and simulator battles mostly in these videos, I'll be moving down the modifications as such. For the sake of simplicity and time saving, I will be referring to all 3 planes by the latter designator digits, in this case, the CS5, the -5F, and the DR1 respectively. All 3 Mirage 2000s also come with add-on countermeasure dispensers. The fighter models have 36 countermeasures built in, with more added later with external pods that you research, while the ground attack 2000 DR1 comes with only 16, the smallest amount of all the Mirage 2000s, but with a single modification that jumps up to 196, the largest of all the Mirage 2000s. It's a grower, not a shower. But for now, let's leave the ground attack DR1 alone for a bit and focus on the fighter models. We are running out of time here, so I'm gonna quickly blast through these modifications and try to explain them one by one. First off, get flares and chaff. To give the Mirage 2000 fighter models the add-on countermeasure dispenser. This upgrades the Mirage 2000s from 36 to 90 flares on the CS5 and 36 to 168 on the -5F. Next up, get the G-suit. Trust me, you are one of, if not the best one-circle fighters at top tier. Unless you want the pilot to melt into a puddle, get this as soon as you can. Next up, get the offensive 30mm because your stock belts are, to put it lightly, absolute dog shit. Next, get the radar missiles. The Super 530F is rank 2 on the CS5 and rank 1 on the -5F. The Super 530F is dog shit. You probably know that already because you played the Mirage F-1s. Premium or not, you know these things are actually trash. But it's better than nothing, and you need it to get the next modification, the Super 530D. The D is 1 more billion times better since it doesn't just go for chaff. On top of that, you also get the fact that it goes Mach 5. Don't tell the F-16 mains about this one, they're too busy crying about the R27ER instead. Next up, get the wings repair mod, to prevent your wings from falling off in that 15G turn you're about to pull. And also to increase your already cracked flight performance, because why not? Next, the 2 trees split off for a second here. On the CS5, get the new 30mm cannons, but on the -5F, you're gonna want to get the gun pod and the useless NVD just to unlock the next tier. Now, at the next tier, the first thing you're gonna want to do for both planes is get the Magic 2. Trust me, this shit is cracked. Even more on the -5F because the HMD and the ability to take up to 4 if you don't like using your radar missiles. Next up, go back and finish your performance mods by getting the engine, compressor, airframe, fuselage repair, and new boosters. On the -5F, also pick up new cannons before getting the useless EFS for both planes. Wait a second, the EFS was very useful, I said in last video on the MiG-29. You're probably thinking. And that is correct. The MiG-29 has 2 engines, so putting out the fire in one of them means that you can use the other to get back to base. Well, I don't know if it's just me, having a skill issue here, but I could not figure out how to get the second engine to work on the Mirage 2000. So, if you can get that second engine to work, or you don't know how sarcasm works, please tell me in the comments. After this, all that is left is the ground ordnance, which on the CS5 is fucking useless. The -5F gets a pass just because that ordnance is some of the best at CAS and ground battles. But this video is about Air RB and Air Sim, so if you're mentally retarded enough to play French top-tier ground, please pause the video now and go seek help immediately. Moving on to the 2000 DR1, this one is kinda special. Again, we're focusing on air battles, so start with flare chaff to upgrade your 16 countermeasures to 196. You know, just a small upgrade. Then get the gun pod because otherwise your headass will have no guns. Next up, get the G-suit, so the Alpine Formula 1 team sitting in your plane doesn't turn into liquid after you fuck up the 3rd race restart in Australia. Next up, get the airframe, just to unlock the next tier. At the next tier, you're gonna want to get offensive belts, since your stock belts are dogshit once again. Then get the cover and wing repair upgrades. After this, get the engine, compressor, fuselage repair, and new boosters. And finally the EFS. Then I guess you can go back and work on the ground pounding toys, but if you want to use those for CAS in your French top tier ground lineup, I will once again ask you to stop it and get some help. Congratulations! All 3 of your Mirage 2000s are now spaded through your hard work and fruitful grind. Or about 19,000 golden eagles in total for our pay-to-win scrublords watching this. But hey, I'm not judging you. It's your mental illness. You get to choose the coping mechanism. And there you have it. That's the Mirage 2000 family of aircraft explained in War Thunder as of the Air Superiority update. There is also a new event Mirage 2000 announced, the CS4, but that's a copy-paste of the CS5 with less flares. So just refer to my CS5 instructions and modifications to play that one. There's also the Mirage 4000 coming, but this video is about the Mirage 2000, not the 4000s. So all I'm gonna say about the 4000 is it's twice as good. The number is twice as much. That's how that works, right? Anyways, until Mika ERs are introduced or Gaijin adds another Mirage 2000 variant to the game, I don't know, Taiwanese one to the Chinese tech tree or something, I want you to go out there, eat a croissant, and teach War Thunder players what happens when you fuck with the angry Dorito. Anyways, I'm gonna remind you one last time that we also have a Discord server. Don't forget to tell me down in the comments what plane you want to see me cover next on this series. And until then, see you next time.